Hello, it's Chris, and welcome back. So previously we talked a little bit about audience insights and basically how that works. And it's just one of the ways that you can find interest for your ads. I want to go ahead and get into another tool that you can use, which of course is optional. It's a tool that I like. It's called Audience Spy. There will be a link below to get access to Audience Spy for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and just click on it and show you how it works. I'm going to go over to Interest Spy. There's some tutorials that are included as well in Audience Spy, but it's really basic to use. For example, we're going to kind of move over to our Dr. Seuss example. I kind of went into Tracker a lot, how you can set up ads. Just a quick reminder, you want to always set your ads at $5. The best types of ads to always test you want to go for are PPE, website clicks, and website conversions. Those are the three main ones. And especially if you're doing like a lead ad or any type of where you're trying to track conversions, you can create a pixel. We'll talk a little bit about that as well. But here's kind of an overview with the Audience Spy tool. I would put in something like Dr. Seuss, and I'm going to just click Go, and it's going to find interests for me. It's going to pull all the data for me. It's a little bit more in depth than Audience Insights itself. Let me actually go over here to Firefox here. Okay, perfect. Let's log in. All right, so I'm just going to log into Audience Spy. And this training video is going to autoplay, so just pause that. So you go to the Audience Spy tool, and then sometimes it's really weird with which browser it works in. Like sometimes it works in Google Chrome, sometimes it doesn't. It's been working in Firefox for me. Just go over here to Interest Spy, so in case that happens to you guys. And then I'm going to go ahead and type in Dr. Seuss, just like I was going to do before. And it's going to find me, related interests, usually targeted interests that I can throw in to my ad. So let's see what happens. There we go. Wow. Okay, so I got a couple of pages that come up. As you can see, I have Dr. Seuss books, Dr. Seuss How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Dr. Seuss, that's like a main target. So, I try to stay away from the really large ones like that, but I'll go ahead and grab some of these smaller, more targeted interests. Dr. Seuss quotes, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, a little bit big there, musical, Dr. Seuss Cat in the Hat. And then I'll keep going down here, trying to just get a group of interests. And I'm just going to go ahead and copy those over. And that's how fast it is. You just boom, copy, and there it is. I can go ahead and copy these interests. Now I'm going to go back over to Facebook. So this is the offer that I'm promoting. I showed you guys already, the 4 books for 99 cents. I'm going to go ahead and create my Facebook ad. So once again, I'm going to do it through Power Editor. And I'm going to go ahead and create my campaign. So we'll go ahead and name it Dr. Seuss. All right, and then what you want to start out with is either clicks to website. You can either do post-page engagement, or even if you really wanted to, a website conversion with a Facebook pixel could work as well. But we'll stick to website click. That's usually where I like to start out testing first, is just doing a simple website click, kind of to see how, kind of to see what type of response I get on my ad. And then from there, you can kind of get testing and do all sorts of different things, because there's just so many unlimited possibilities. It's nearly impossible to show you every single testing scenario out there. But I'm going to try to give you as much information. And like I said, we're going to be doing some webinars and some group training as well. So pay attention to the group. There's going to be lots of updates in there and training. So we'll go ahead and put this in. So I already have my interest targeted, or interest copied in. So I just have to paste them. So I'm going to go to Edit Audience. And I'm going to put in my detailed targeting. All right, and then once again with ages, general rule of thumb, I always usually like to start around 25 because you don't get too many buyers younger than that. And then we can go all the way up to 65 plus on something like this. So I got a pretty nice reach here, 730,000. I got all these interests, and all I'm going to do is go ahead and click Save. And I could even go to Audience Insights if I really wanted to, and I could put in Dr. Seuss and see some more data. Okay, and this is going to give me some data. So look, actually, 75% women on this, and then it looks like we do have quite a bit of people 25 to 34. You can have a really high spike of interest in the younger age, but you're just not going to usually get so many buyers 18 to 24. But this is pretty good data that it gives us, so we're not too bad with what we chose. And then I'll just I'll remove audience network. And like I said, Facebook is going to optimize for wherever you're getting the best results, usually whether that be the cheapest conversion or the cheapest click. In this case, it's going to be clicks because we're optimizing. We're telling Facebook to optimize for clicks. That's what we're telling Facebook to do. So I usually leave this wide open, even Instagram. If you wanted to test exclusively just on Facebook, you can remove Instagram, but I've been just testing with these to give my ad as much exposure as possible. And then let's go ahead and finish this off. All right, and then this is where you would choose your Facebook page. So let's see if I can find it here. I made one called Dr. I love Dr. Seuss. There it is. Okay, that's the page I want to advertise from. So let's look at this offer really quick and decide what we can do for it. Remember, we can't have too much text in our Facebook ad, but we could go ahead and go to Google Images and let's grab an image. I'm just going to Google Dr. Seuss up here. And we'll work on an ad copy together on how I would put this together. Okay, let's look. You know, the well-known characters with Dr. Seuss are like Cat in the Hat. So why don't we just do Cat in the Hat? And I'm looking for more of like a, kind of like a long banner that can be used with not too much text. Let's try this and let's see how we can work this out. So I'm going to go ahead and save this image. All right, and let's go over to Power Editor and we'll try putting this in. Okay, so I'll go ahead and select image. Okay, and I'll go ahead and click on Upload. And let's go ahead and put that in. Cat in the Hat. All right, and that's not too bad there. It kind of shows you what it looks like. We can always crop the image as well to as how we want it to look. And on Instagram, we got a little bit better of a viewing there. So this is not too bad at all. So we can do something like for our website URL, this is where you're going to put the URL of your offer. Oh, those are my interests, which I've already put in there. So this is where you're going to go to Max Bounty, grab your offer URL. Let me just go ahead and put that in there. Okay, and then your display URL could be usually the last URL where your site touches. So we can just do like drseuss.com for a display URL. That way it looks nice to the user. And then we can put some text in here for our ad. And let's make an ad copy. So we can do something like, do you love Dr. Seuss? You can get 4 of your favorite Dr. Seuss books for just 90. For just 99 cents. Okay, so you can do something like that for your ad copy. You can get 4 of your, and then we'll change the headline. Dr. Seuss Book Club. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about the image. If this image did not convert for you, another thing you could do is try using some images of Dr. Seuss books. So we could look at the landing page again. Right, that's the first thing I would test, and we could do either like a screenshot of the books, or we could go back to Google Images, and we could actually search Dr. Seuss books and look for some other ideas, because there's a lot of split testing involved. We'll go back over and we'll do images. We'll see if we have anything good there. This the thing you got to keep in mind is the text row with Facebook, which is kind of hard. But I think that's fine with what we did. Yeah, because then we're gonna have too much text if we use any of those. So you can try different images. Cat in the Hat. There's the Grinch. So think of popular Dr. Seuss characters, and there's a lot of split testing because there's a lot of different Dr. Seuss characters out there that you could split test with. If you look at the landing page again, you could split test with Mr. Brown Can Moo. You could try putting him as a character for your ad. So there's a lot of options and possibilities that you can do for your ad. That's kind of an overview using that with the tool below, Audience Spy. And then basically after we do that, we'd go ahead and upload our ad. Let me go back over to Power Editor. And this is kind of what it looked like in the image aspect ratio for Instagram ads. So we can either crop the image to a square, which is fine. And we can crop it so that it works with Instagram. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, okay, so it's not too much of a difference. Just click Done. And then there we go. So that's it, and then you can change this call to action button to Shop Now. Usually if it's buying anything, you can change that to Shop Now. And then you can start beginning to test with different Dr. Seuss targets, either using Audience Spy, which is the tool I just showed you. You can use Audience Insights, or put in some different targets and interests. That's it, and I'll see you in the next video.